Far, it's been just smooth sailing by and large. And I'm just really grateful for the team that we have. I've led the way to make Georgia the most secure, free, and fair place to vote in the United States. And we've done that by doing a citizen audit, make sure only American citizens are on the voter rolls. We've done 2 audits on that. Now we have photo ID for all forms of voting. We have photo ID for absentee voting. And I believe that has helped shore up security and also confidence. And then we have a multi-state organization that makes sure we have clean voter lists, so our lists are up to date and accurate. So far, we're tracking line times. Average line time in Georgia right now is 2 minutes. And then with the electronic poll pads, average check-in is 49 seconds. When I checked in, it was actually, under 49 seconds. It was actually about 47 on early voting. And I did want to share that because you probably thought I got special treatment. But today, it's 49 seconds for everyone in Georgia. And so people are having a great voting experience. So turnout looks like, right now, it's just solid, steady, and it's more than you would think because the lines are moving so quickly. So people are in and out in less than 10 minutes. So it's just a tremendous day. So that's where we are right now, and didn't know if anyone had any questions right now they'd like to ask. Yes, sir.
Secretary of State, when do you think Georgia will be able to call a winner in the presidential race?
Well, we will have, with SB 189, all of this early voting, so that's over 4 million ballots that were cast early, and the absentees that were accepted. All of that will have to be uploaded and reported no later than 1 hour after the polls close. Most polls will be closing at 7 p.m., so by 8 p.m. you'll have probably 99% of all that. So that'll be uploaded. So you get a good idea of what the race looks like. Then all the voting that you're seeing today, before the end of the night, you'll have all of that. Many of the smaller counties are pushing to be done by 10:30 at the latest, but that's the type of response you're going to see in the smaller counties. But by the end of the night, you'll have all of those results.
One follow-up question. Regardless of the outcome, do you expect legal challenges?
Well, that gets into future predictions, and our job is make sure we have a secure election that's accurate, and we're really excited that's also going to be fast. The voters are having a great experience. Lady in the back?
Sorry to interrupt. We received a lot of emails today about people who say their polling location was changed last minute. Signs outside of polling locations say it's actually this other location. Are there any reports of that? Do you know of any last minute changes? What should people do if they encounter this?
I haven't heard any reports about last minute poll changes.
Did all the polls open on time at 7? Any delays today?
As far as we know right now, it's been smooth, and so we obviously hear about that a little bit later. But you always have a couple precincts that will have a 15-minute or a 30-minute extension. When you have 2,400, there's always something that can happen right at 7 a.m. I know I was up at 5, but many of the people that are working here, when I checked with them, they were actually up at 4. So I guess they slept in.
Still on pace for 1 million, you think, today?
I think we'll pass that based on where we are right now, just the feedback we're getting. I think it'll be a little bit north of that. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
You can't predict the future, but have you prepared for litigation if you need to go to court, and specifically what kind of things have you done?
We're battle tested, and we'll have a process in place. We'll make sure we follow the law, follow the Constitution, and report the results accurately.
One last question. Anyone else? Several thousand Cobb County voters got their ballots late. They were under the impression, many of them as of yesterday, that they would be able to return those ballots late. With the motion to stay now, any word to them or to the people who are in charge of submitting those ballots or mailing those ballots?
The Georgia Supreme Court had a ruling, and every voter needs to return those no later than 7 p.m. If they can't get to the election office for Cobb County, then they can show up at their precinct, and they can then, nullify their absentee ballot, and then they can vote in person. So there's a process in place.
Have you heard of any threats at polling places? That we've heard about one bomb threat. Have you heard of any other verifiable threats at any polling places?
We've heard some threats that were of Russian origin, and so I don't know how to describe if that's viable. We don't think they are, but in the interest of public safety, you always check that out. And we'll just continue to be very responsive when we hear about stuff like that. We identified the source, and it was from Russia.
Can you elaborate on that? What kind of threats of Russia?
As he said, it's a bomb threat.
So it was of
Yeah.
Russia, and you're confident it was the Russians that did it?
Yeah, just like we had the DDoS attack on Monday, October 14th, 420,000, pings, denial of service from Russians. So we added that interface that said, I am a human, I'm not a robot. So they're up to no mischief, it seems, and they don't want us to have a smooth, fair, and accurate election. And everything they can get us to fight among ourselves, they can count that as a victory. So that tells you a little bit about the Russians. They're not our friends. Anyone that thinks they are hasn't been reading the newspapers. Thank you so much.
Can you clarify where they were from?